Hey there YouTube, this is Aisha and this is VEDO Day 2 and this is going to be my TBR for October. Now my specific plan this month is to get quite a few of my favorite authors and their works knocked out. My goal this month is to actually catch up and complete 2 authors whose works I have on my shelf. Now the first author, why are you guys surprised? Is L.A. Banks, and this is her Crimson Moon series, which I have not read. There are 5 books in the series that she wrote before she passed away, and I wish to complete them. I've been savoring this because this is the last of her works that I have not read, and of course, there's going to be no more, ever. So, I was holding off on reading these. But I have all the books, and I want to pick those up and read them, and this is, once again, the Crimson Moon series by L.A. Banks. So after I read those 5 books, the next 3 books I want to read are, there are actually about 14 books in those series. I've read 3 or 4 scattered throughout the series, and I want to start from the beginning because I have the entire beginning half of the series and get them read, and that is Heart of Evil, Sacred Evil, and the entire Crew of Hunters series. I talk about the series all the time because I absolutely love it. The Crew of Hunters series is a spin-off from the Harrison Investigation series by Heather Graham, and I absolutely love that one because it deals with paranormal, and it deals with psychics, and it deals with lots of hot smoking men, and super smart, funny, witty, sarcastic, and just all-around badass women. So this is a spin-off featuring the different crews that are created by the Adam Harrison investigators and by the police officers. So I want to read the beginning of the Crew of Hunters, pick back up at book 14, I think this is, or book 5 or 6, I don't know. I've read a few of them and skipped ahead of the first 3. And the way this long-running series is, it deals with 3 or 4 characters in one town or one crew, and then it jumps to another crew. So I want to read Heather Graham's Crew of Hunters from the very beginning and then catch up from where I am, because I even have the newest one, which is The Hidden, and I picked up The Forgotten from the library. So I want to jump right in and read from where I am, but also go back to the beginning and read from there, since I own the entire collection. Another book I want to pick up and read, this is Lindsay Piper's Blood Warrior. I read Caged Warrior in August and reviewed it last month in September on the blog, and I'll leave a link down below to it. And this is book 2, and I can't wait to dive into it. This is a currently being printed series. This is the 2nd book. The 3rd book just came out this month. So I want to pick up the 3rd book, but first I must read the 2nd book. So that's Blood Warrior by Lindsay Piper. From there, I have a few new books that I'd like to look into. A few of them are arcs. So I'm going to start with, the first one is 13 Days of Midnight by Leo Hunt. And this is just a perfect Halloween read. 13 Days of Midnight. And it's by Candlewick Press. And this one actually just came out. It came out in August. But this is perfect for Halloween, so I held on to it for then. Portraits of Selena by Sue Whiting. And Becoming Darkness by Lindsay Francis Brambles. Both of these are perfect Halloween reads, and I'm just dying to dive into them. I waited for now for them to come out. This actually Becoming Darkness actually comes out in October, and Portraits of Selena, I believe, is being printed here in October as well. I'll leave links down below to dates and stuff. And the latest is The Dead House by Dawn Kurtagich. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, Dawn. She's a booktuber who is an author. How amazing is that? Not only do I want to support her, but I also want to get into this because it sounds amazing. I'm trying to stay away from videos because people have been slowly spoiling things that they probably shouldn't be spoiling. So every time I see this mentioned in a video, I skip past it because I don't want to be spoiled any more than I've already been spoiled. And it just came out in September, the end of September. So this is a perfect read for Halloween. And this is probably going to be a fast read too. So, The Dead House. Then I have a few books that are on my bookshelf that I want to read. The next one is Tracy Phobes, and this is To Tame a Wild Heart. This is going to qualify for the book that's been on my shelf for 3 years or more. On my category. I have a category of prompts as a way to help me read throughout the month. And this book has been on my shelf for over 3 years. And I haven't read it because it was the last book by her that I haven't read. So I'm going to dive into this one. Some more books that I have on my shelf. This one I just got recently. But this is Sarah Addison Allen's The Girl Who Chased the Moon. Other than the last 2 books that she printed, Lost Lake and I can't remember the next one. I'll put a picture up. But beyond those 2 books, this is the only book that she's already had out that I haven't read. And this is also the only book that she has out that I have in soft paperback. But I got it specifically because of this cover. The hardcover isn't as pretty. This has butterflies all around her. And the hardcover isn't as pretty. So I got this soft paperback, and this is the only one by her that I have that's a soft paperback. Another one that I got recently, and that's a short one, but this has been on my to-be-read pile for years and years. And I was so excited when I walked into the library bookstore and saw it. And this is called The Confessions of a Pagan Nun by Kate Hersley. This, no idea what it's about. I remember hearing about it many years ago and putting it on my list of books I wanted to read and never finding it or never remembering to get it. And decided the other day that I was going to go through all my old books and old notes about books I wanted to read. And this was one of the first titles that popped out at me. And when I went into the library book sale, it was there. First book I snatched up. I was super excited about it. And yeah, another one that I want to pick up. That's my scary looking pile. So that is my massive selection of books that I can comb through to find to read. Something to read. Like, there's so many good books here, so many good series, and I just know I'm gonna have a good time. Let me know what you're planning to read for the month, y'all, and I'll leave a link down below to my written list so you can click on to the titles and go to Goodreads and click on the authors and see more about them. And I'll leave a link to my written post about my 15 authors that I love, with more information down there, just like the video. So remember, this is a 2-day delay because I have to take off time to sit down and actually edit these. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!